북쪽 해변에 있는 세계적 수종의 맨디에이션 스파에도 오셔서 경험해보세요. 그 스파는 필리핀 해를 내려보는 절벽 위에 지어져 있으며 사랑초에 부딪혀 부서지는 파도를 보며 최상의 안락한 서비스를 즐기실 수 있습니다. 향기로운 꽃잎 목욕, 자쿠지, 수영장, 사우나, 그리고 최상의 서비스로 여러분을 충족시킬 것입니다. 손님이 선택하신 아로마 테라피를 포함한 각종 서비스로부터 손님의 스트레스는 다 녹아내릴 것입니다. 마사지 후에는 도서변의 마리아나 리조트에 있는 맨디에이션 스파에서 당신의 하루를 마무리하십시오. 이곳 사이판의 물 상태는 날씨와 조석 간만에 의해 매일 바뀝니다. 어느 날엔 잠잠하다가도 보시다시피 금세 사놓은 하실 것을 잊지 마세요. 반드시 날씨가 좋을 때 그리고 바다가 잔잔할 때만 바다를 이용하셔야 합니다. 술이나 약을 드신 상태에서는 수영을 하지 마세요. 물을 많이 마시고 선스크린을 바르는 것을 잊지 마세요.
This is the plumeria, one of Saipan's most beautiful flowers. You can pick it, you can smell it, and you can take a picture. So choose your side wisely, ladies.
More details emerge in the case of the former DPS commissioner. Also tonight, a new company takes over Dynasty's land and settles out debt of previous companies. And Saipan, born and raised, now helping Ecuador earthquake victims. In sports, the Brewers knocked the socks off of ties.
It's different. Now you press lightly to peak and deeper to pop. It changes how easily you can peak a flight. Check a post. Search for dinner. You guys are gonna listen. Pretty much everything you do feels different. And that's what's changed.
What is right?
I am a youth Congress leader. Who cares?
I am a father.
I am a lawmaker.
I am a teacher.
I am a police officer.
Abuse and neglect has many negative effects in our community. It affects our children's health and development. It may lead to adverse behaviors, including the use of drugs and alcohol.
For me.
For us. For them. Happy Sarawami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Friday, April 22nd, 2016. Former DPS after being accused of sexually assaulting a 15-year-old girl in 2013. The preliminary hearing began at 1:30 p.m. Conception is represented by attorney Richard Pierce, and Delion Guerrero is represented by attorney Matt Hawley. Sexual abuse of a minor in the first degree and 2 counts of misconduct in public office. Court documents. At the hearing this afternoon, the government called 2 witnesses to testify about the investigation into the information surfaced that government officials and officers were involved. Investigators told the court that Guerrero provided detailed confessions about the sexual encounters during interviews with the defendants. During cross-examination, attorneys questioned the reliability of the evidence in determining whether the black T-100 truck was actually DPS property. Pierce pointed out that there are multiple black T-100 trucks on Saipan. Investigators testified that men would give Boston money, cigarettes, or snacks in exchange for sex with the girls. Both defense attorneys argued that the defendants did not know the girl was a minor because they were led to believe she was an adult. The case continues Monday morning.
April 7th, a new company incorporated by a Mr. Chen Chen-ye will take over the Tinian Dynasty Hotel and Casino land. While it states a formal agreement has not been entered into, it appears Mr. Chen, along with megastars Tinian Dynasty, Hong Kong Entertainment, and Game Millennia, have executed a non-legally binding term sheet about the restructuring of the hotel casino complex for the Dynasty's land at a cost of more than 23 million US dollars. It's also agreed the new company will settle the outstanding debt of Tinian Dynasty Investments Limited and Megastars Overseas. The Tinian Dynasty Hotel and Casino General Manager Chris Bishop announces he is resigning his post effective the end of April, amidst the Dynasty only opening for the first few days of the San Jose Fiesta at the end of the month. KSPN has learned Bishop is frustrated with the state of events at the Tinian Dynasty. The woes at the Dynasty continued just last week. Tinian Mayor J.P. San Nicolas announced he was traveling with Senator Francisco Cruz to Hong Kong and Beijing for meetings with investors, quote, encouraging an aggressive development plan for our casino industry, end quote. The mayor tells media he and the senator will be meeting with Megastars, Bridge Investment Group, Alter City Group, and Tinian Entertainment Company, quote, doing whatever that is within our power to salvage the backbone of our local economy, end quote. With the hotel still closed except for the 3 days of the San Jose Fiesta at the end of this month, many employees are living without pay for a month now as they await the promised liquidated damages from the settlement between Hong Kong Entertainment Investments Limited and the Department of Labor Enforcement Section, totaling about $340,000. We've learned some employees have been recruited by the Sunshine and are now working on-site hand. Many of those are Nepalese who can switch jobs with their current work authorization due to their temporary protected status designation following the earthquake in Nepal last year. Residents from Nepal can receive an employment authorization document, KSPN has learned. A Taipei resident born and raised and now studying Spanish immersion in Cuenca, Ecuador. But after feeling the 7.8 magnitude quake last week and hearing the situation in coastal cities, she's jumping into action, volunteering with the Ecuadorian Red Cross from his city, Cuenca. Ilia Carello was watching Netflix on Saturday evening with a friend when the shaking started. She tells us even though she is about 400 meters above sea level, she could feel the earthquake.
It was about like 40 seconds and buildings were swaying, but there was no destruction. But it was so strong that neighboring countries like Colombia and Peru actually felt it as well.
Seriously affected were the coastal cities of Ecuador. Ilia is more inland in a southern city of Ecuador. The Associated Press is reporting the death toll is at least 587 people as of this Thursday, and aftershocks continue days after the massive quake. Ilia has not felt the aftershock, she tells us. She's never been in an earthquake like that one.
I kind of moved really slow because I was thinking a lot of steps ahead because I knew the streets here are really narrow and the buildings are really high. There's really no place to go that's like open space. So I was like, okay, if I go outside, I mean, I'm still gonna get crushed.
The world asking if they were okay. Then they realized how bad it really was.
They were telling us the news, what happened. And we're like, wait, what happened? We all start looking online, looking at the news. It's a shock.
Ilia is helping and working with Ecuadorian Red Cross in one of the hospitals, putting boxes together for families.
We receive trucks and donations from people every day with essentials and also play. They're running out of stuff really quick.
She's asking residents here in the Commonwealth to send love and prayers to families who need it in Ecuador right now. She tells us any donation can enormously help the victims. Ilia grew up on Saipan and went to college for a couple years in Seattle. It was then she decided to take a break from school and move to Costa Rica to work for a program called Outward Bound.
Right now, it's like our off season for about 3 months, so I was like, might as well come to Ecuador or somewhere, different country, and see and experience a different culture.
So the instructor helping teams.
And our thoughts are with all those in Ecuador right now.
Now, summer is approaching and school is almost out. It is the time that many high school seniors begin receiving much anticipated college acceptance letters. Cagman High School began its $1 million scholar program to help its students have a chance at college, and the group says its students have a bright future ahead.
In many ways, I'm just like my mom. We both are little, we both grew our hair as long as our heads, and we both dream of going beyond the waters that surround our island to pursue a brighter future.
Lily Jean Bautista is a senior at Cagman High School and is a $1 million scholar. One student with big dreams on a small island.
Ever since I was young, I've always wanted to be a teacher, and surprisingly, up to now, it has never changed, so it's what I want to pursue.
$1 million scholar faculty advisor Gerard Van Gill says most of his students are
23 kids that are planning to leave either in July or August, and the students have chosen their schools now. We've got students going to the Art Institute in Seattle, Washington State, Central Washington University, Eastern Oregon, Utah State, Dixie State. We've got kids doing great things, and it's been fun to be a part of it.
Van Gill says the goal of the $1 million scholar program is to raise money to help students get to college and to pay for other things like books, luggage, clothes, and other expenses.
Or they may come from families that are lower income, and so we're trying to do our best to make the college dream possible for them and not a tremendous burden for the family. So we're fundraising still.
Van Gill says the group is about 80% done with its goal. He says scholarship awards have helped tremendously with the college
Find out that I was one of the finalists. It consists of 3 essays and I believe 2 recommenders, if I remember correctly.
GoFundMe
Do you
account
receive your
is offering
scholarship
students a chance to
from
advertise
Bill
an
Gates?
officially published book with varying levels of sponsorship. To make a sponsorship gift, contact Gerard Van Gill or Layla Staffler by phone or email. Well, coming up, the American Red Cross gets more moolah in their pockets.
And a new bundle of toy baby toys arrives for the governor's family.
The best 4G experience has arrived.
This is my smartphone. Smart music.
This is the future. This is our network. With the widest selection of smartphones and tablets, visit stores to experience the best 4G network. This is IT&E.
Yeah, 2020 vision, keyword registration. That's before April 18th. $120 after that. That includes a sumptuous awards dinner banquet, a Swedish massage, runners up, a one-night executive suite, and Sunday brunch. Second runner-up, Regency Club Room and Sunday brunch. Raffle prizes galore. Designer bags, electronics, trips to China, Korea, and Europe. And
you know the rules. Eggs and sausage, hot cakes and butter. Morning fare, right? Well, McDonald's way. Introducing McDonald's new all-day breakfast menu. Once, you changed how you ate breakfast. It's time to start changing when.
Go to staff with U.S. certified eye care technicians, doctors that have received national recognition, and a friendly will even feature a mobile clinic to bring eye care to you. Keep your eyes healthy and strong with professional eye care at the Marianas Eye Institute.
Welcome back to this weekend edition of the KSPN 2 News. Yesterday we brought you a healthy dose of happy news about the Commonwealth garnering those crying tears of joy yesterday when she opened the email Eliza May Mendoza.
I was going crazy the whole night. And I was like, what? No way. And I was really scared. I was going to check in school with my friends so I could cry with them. And then I looked, I think, GMS packet enclosure, and I started screaming, and I was all alone. And it was so beautiful. Like, oh my god, I'm like going to cry.
She ever received in her life.
I am now a 2016 Gates Millennium Scholar.
She's now making a decision between 3 California schools. San Diego's concerned,
you know, because right now, you know how like money should be cut, and I guess that, you know, just be easier on them. If I'm in college and I can go debt free, I won't be drowning in college loans, and I'll just be happy and I can pursue higher education without.
Gates Millennium Scholars here in the Commonwealth is incredible, and quote, a perfect reflection of the hard work teachers, parents, and students put into advancing the students' educational achievements, standards, If the number of awards are true, then I think we may have the highest awardees. Her congratulate First Lady Diane Torres and Governor Ralph Torres, saying, quote, we wish their new addition good health and a whole lot of happy years. The pic posted by Torres' sister as seen here of baby Torres was captioned, quote, congrats Kayla's baby is so precious. Welcome to the world, little man. We love you. Torres was off island in American Samoa this week and was invited to celebrate their Flag Day festivities. No word just yet on the baby boy's name. The National Youth Movement for the West Philippine Sea Marianas chapter will have a meeting this Saturday at the El Shaddai Cyclone Chapter Office in Susupi, 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. on the 23rd, this Saturday. The goal of the organization is to instill patriotism in Filipino youth and educate them on the political and socio-economic issues in the West Philippine Sea. The group also seeks to encourage and enable youth to protect marine resources in the Philippine Sea.
The NNI chapter of the American Red Cross is holding its biggest fundraiser of the year, the 30th annual Walkathon, April 30th. Long-term recovery continues, as do corporate donations. The Bank of Guam this morning donated $3,000 to the American Red Cross.
This morning was a donation for their walkathon, and I was just talking to John, and he was explaining to me what the walkathon's all about. It sounded like a pretty good event, pretty big event for Red Cross, so we're happy to be part of it. We're happy to support the Red Cross, especially with everything that happened last year.
We're going to have a similar course. We're going to start down by the 4-H building. We're not going to actually be able to use that building because it was damaged by the storm, but we've been able to work with the Parks and Rec group to get the playground restored, so the playground will be open and the kids will be able to play on that. We've got all kinds of fun activities planned.
And this afternoon, Best Sunshine added $2,800 to the cause. CEO Mark Brown.
This is a great cause because it helps so many people.
Head down south to Guam to find out what's happened there. Here is King Quintanilla and the KUN News team.
On today's CNMI, here's what's making news on Guam. A man aboard Korean Airlines is arrested and charged in federal court. Kwang Woo Sung allegedly had too much to drink while en route, prompting him to lash out. 4 to 5 other passengers got involved and were able to restrain Kwan by tying his hands and feet down the remainder of the flight. Kwan was charged with interference with flight attendants. He plans to officially file for candidacy on Monday, but Thursday for delegate. He says he looks forward to a very spirited and exciting campaign in the coming months, and, quote, Guam needs a new voice in Washington, D.C. Our campaign will give them a reason to believe in Guam again. Congresswoman Malin Bordallo has also announced her intentions to run again. With the Festival of Pacific Arts only 1 month away, final preparations are in full gear, not only locally but abroad. According to the governor's spokesperson, Oya Niralikle, representatives from 2 participating FestPac nations, the Solomon Islands and Fiji, are connecting with teams here on the ground to ensure final details are in place. Solomon Island representatives will be on island until Sunday. Meanwhile, the Fiji delegation arrived yesterday. Father Mike Chrysostom is a big supporter in Congresswoman Malin Bordallo. He is up for the 2016 Lumen Christi Award from the Catholic Extension Society. In order for him to win, however, he needs your vote. Congresswoman Bordallo is encouraging everyone to log onto the Catholic Extension website and vote. Father Mike is the pastor of Catholic Church in Tupac. He has also been recognized for his advocacy for crime victims and helping grow the local Catholic Church's faith community. Get the latest Guam news from the KUAM News team anytime, anywhere, from any device on KUAM.com, any of our social media pages, or via the KUAM mobile news app. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintanilla.
Thank you, Ken. It is Friday night and the fights are on. We'll have that story and more next.
Let's roll at Gold's Gym Saipan with Group X. Shake Cafe is a great place to stop by for a meal replacement or supplements. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Nice one. Thanks.
Extreme boldness. The all-new Elantra. Hyundai.
But then it all started to change. An intruder caught a riot while the people weren't watching. As he slithered into the forest, the birds stopped singing.
Stop the brown tree snake. If you see it, kill it, and then call. ESPN2 Sports is brought to you in part by Triple J Motors. Quick sports fans. Out defunct mobile games used to be Micronesia's premier baseball tournament. The Micronesia Baseball Classic coming up this June is envisioned to replace that.
Days are June 24th to July 1st. And currently we have airline and reservations already, so hopefully, we'll have a good tournament with a good turnout. And,
Press box will be ready in time for that. A Moon Day game? No, it was Thursday night. Little Leaguers took over the front row. The hard-hitting Brewers to no runs over the first 3 innings. Junior Ballman base hit through the hole for Titanium, who won their first 3 games. Lancaster, 6-3 put out. Oh, he could have been called safe. Batting. Ricardo Dela Cruz smokes a single up the middle. Tone Tenorio also had a big game at the second sacker. Titanium's turn, Gerald Cabrera, a single to center. And then a deep fly just over 9 innings. The star of this game, Brewers lefty Lancaster Charmanol, who went the distance with 13 Ks. Brewers win 11.
Like Donkey Kong. All fighters made weight last night, which took place inside the warehouse at Challengegia. That sets up tonight's fight card. PM at the World Resort. Action will start promptly at 8. The final match of the evening is for a big, shiny belt. The lightweight champion for.
Coming in at number 2, it's the Mount Carmel Knights Spring Football Trip. And the Triple J Top Play of the Day.
Since 1987, Dow Renton has helped many families turn check your credit and take care of this popular program. Easy payment plans to rent or own quality brand names. Visit any of our 3 locations.
All right, today's high was 88. Right now it's 80. The low 76, humidity 66%. The forecast 632. And yes, there is a full moon tonight. That's it. It's official.